Hey y'all, so I just wanted to make a video touching on some of the problematic things that have been brought up regarding Cyberpunk 2077. I haven't seen a lot of trans folks who have come forward and talked about this on YouTube, and I felt like it would be important for my viewers and subscribers to get a nuanced perspective about the transphobia surrounding the game from someone who is actually trans and non-binary. I'm going to start off with showing you the different media that has been shown through gameplay reveals and statements posted by CD Projekt Red so that you can get a better understanding of what I'm talking about.
We can hack our way through in numerous ways. A quick hack may grant us control of the security camera. Another one should let us tweak the difficulty of the training bot to create a distraction.
The transphobia I will be focusing on mainly has to do with the depiction of CD Projekt Red's chromanticore model that you will see throughout the game featured in corporate ads for soda. The clip I just showed has a model, who's obviously trans, in a skin-tight suit visibly showing their exaggerated erection. The ad says, "Mix it up," referring to the 16 different flavors of the soda, but is also referring to the trans model in the ad. CDPR released a statement explaining the ad, created by the art director Katsuya, where they said, "Cyberpunk 2077 is a dystopian future where mega corporations dictate everything. They try to, and successfully, influence people's lives. They shove products down their throats. They create those very aggressive advertisements that use and abuse a lot of people's needs and instincts. So hypersexualization is apparent everywhere. And in our ads, there are many examples of hypersexualized women, hypersexualized men, and hypersexualized people in between. This is all to show that, much like in our modern world, hypersexualization in advertisements is just terrible. It was a conscious choice on our end to show that in this world, a world where you are cyberpunk, a person fighting against corporations, that advertisement is what you're fighting against." Despite CDPR defending their use of the fictional model in a statement made last year, a lot of folks had doubts that this was done in good faith, but instead, that CDPR was purposely making a joke out of trans people and using their bodies both as a punchline and as a marketing strategy. Very recently, CDPR chose a cosplayer who is not trans, but dressed up as a chromanticore model to be a part of their costume contest finalists. The finalists decided to use a glowing blue toy in her costume, pretending she had an erection like the fictional trans model in the game. And of course, CDPR took advantage of this to further promote the selling of Cyberpunk, which is literally using the same tactics that they said they were against. I also wanted to show another screenshot of Twitter about what some other people had to say about CDPR's recent transphobic promotion. The galling part for me is how the artist for the original ad said it was fetishizing a trans character, but this was to be interpreted as a terrible thing that should be fought against. Then the actual, real company goes ahead and uses that fetishization to sell their game. I also think that I would feel a lot different about this cosplay if an actual trans person was chosen as a finalist. It's really annoying that some people who aren't trans feel comfortable enough to put on a costume and pretend to be trans for a moment just to get attention or to have a shock effect. I really don't appreciate the way CDPR approved of this. It definitely makes it seem like the statement they made back in June 2019 was just to save face. Another thing that I really find transphobic in CP 2077 is the way that they tied pronouns to the pitch of your character's voice, instead of giving you the option to choose. I was really excited about character customization and the freedom we'll have, but finding out your character's gender will be assumed by voice alone is just triggering and disappointing. I wanted to bring up what another trans person had talked about in an article she wrote regarding the voice and pronouns aspect of the game. Bella says, "But there's something uniquely painful and agonizing about voice. Your voice plays such a huge role in how people perceive you in ways that you don't know it. Certain tones, pitches, cadences are masculine and feminine, and even cis people with voices that don't fit their birth gender often have a hard time navigating speech. If you're a man and your voice is pitched higher, you're gay or you're girly. If you're a woman with a deeper voice, you're a lesbian or mannish. Sexuality or gender identity doesn't matter when it comes to the creepy cult of vocal passing. People just assume. This is especially toxic for non-binary people, although that experience is best left to talk about by actual NB peeps, not me. I especially appreciate the last part of what she said about letting trans non-binary people speak on the ways we experience violence when it comes to other people assuming our gender or our pronouns. I feel like a lot of people have gone out of their way to either dismiss or explain the transphobic things going on with Cyberpunk without even checking in with folks who actually go through this type of transphobia on a daily basis. Based off of everything I've read and have seen so far, I can say that the most violence and transphobia that comes out of this isn't even from the game or the developers. It's the online Cyberpunk fans that have been gaslighting and targeting any person that has a critique about the transphobic things I've just mentioned. Some fans have no problem commenting how these transphobic issues that keep being brought up don't hold any actual weight and are using this to harass people online and even threaten violence in real life. I've seen a lot of people say that they don't care because the people who are upset probably weren't going to buy the game anyways or weren't actually interested. Well, I'm here, bothered enough to make this video, but I'm still super excited to see all the hard work the developers have put in, and I can't wait for the game's release because yeah, both can exist. And to anyone who wants to tell me if you're unhappy with it, just don't buy the game, I want to say it's been pre-ordered. Once it drops, I'm going to be uploading daily on this channel, and I'll be giving my opinions on everything the game has to offer with every single video. So, if you liked what I had to say, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up, because I will be back with more.